What is up, guys? TomfooleryTV back with another video, and today I will be giving you a movie review. And if you haven't guessed, I will be giving you my review on the Batman. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the video, and let's get into it. But the sadistic killer known as the Riddler starts attacking key political figures within the city of Gotham. Batman is forced to uncover the corruption and crime within the city. And this also has certain ties to the man Bruce Wayne, Batman himself. So yeah, first thing I want to talk about with this film is the acting. We'll start with the cast. So we'll work our way up. So I want to start with John Turturro. He plays Carmine Falcone in the film. Now, this guy, or this actor, should I say, is usually known for playing more comedic roles. And he brings it in this film, guys. He is menacing. He still carries a sense of, what is the word, levity to his performance, because he's not necessarily a physically intimidating guy, but he interjects menace and, control within his scenes. And I thought he did a very good job in this film. Someone who works close to him in this film is Colin Farrell as the Penguin, and I thought it was an amazing performance by Colin Farrell. Absolutely transformed into the role. I like the approach that Penguin wasn't the kingpin we know him as in the comics yet. He was on the Falcone's wing, and you can kind of see his power struggle as he's trying to raise to the top. And I just thought Colin Farrell's performance in this was amazing. Defo looking forward to seeing more Colin Farrell. Who else did we have? We also have Zoe Kravitz as the Catwoman. Now, just as aesthetically looking at her, I knew she was perfect for the role from the get-go. I wasn't too familiar on her acting ability, but she brought it in spades. And to a lot of degree, she has a lot of the emotional weight in this film. And I thought she brought it in spades. I'm looking forward to seeing more Catwoman, more Zoe Kravitz in the role. She was great, and she looked great too, so can't complain with that. Then we have poor Dano as the Riddler, and man, is he a great Riddler. Um, he's not a Jim Carrey type. He's not there for levity or to be funny. I mean, there are scenes where he is funny to a degree, but he's very serious, very intense, very committed to, what he's trying to carry out throughout the film and his motive, and he brings it in spades. He crosses that line of seriousness, but again, crazy, and he does it well. He merges the two very well, and I thought he was great in a role. Um, that brings us to our lead, Robert Pattinson, Twilight Boy, as the Batman. Now, for me, I think aspects of Pattinson's performance portray the best on-screen Batman we've seen today. He doesn't say a lot. He's very stoic in his performance, but he does a lot, so much physically, and with his eyes and the way his presence. You really feel his presence as Batman in this film, and I really loved his take on the character. His Bruce Wayne takes a back seat in this film. This is a Batman movie, but again, he brings it in spades. He is the Batman from what I'm concerned, and I can't wait to see where they go with his character if they are to make more installments in the film. I think he's got a lot of growing to do as Batman and as Bruce Wayne, and that is his overarching arc throughout the film. He's trying to discover who the Batman is, and great job. Cast all around, great job, great job. This leads me to the direction and the cinematography within this film, which is absolutely impeccable. Matt Reeves is one of the best working directors today. If you are not familiar with Matt Reeves, he's worked on Cloverfield, and most famously, he brought the Planet of the Apes back. So we've done Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes. They're two of his most recent films and more known films, but it's clear that he's one of the best filmmakers today. Everything is so meticulous, from the shots he chooses, the way he commands a scene, or director scene, shall I say. The writing in this film is impeccable, guys, and that goes hand in hand with also the cinematographer of this film, who's Greg Fraser, another great component of this film. I feel like in this film, we clearly have one of the best directors working today, alongside one of the best cinematographers working today. And just from a visual aspect, it's one of the better comic book films I've seen. Like, Gotham feels lived in, and it's done so well. It's like the start of the film, you're introduced to Gotham, but you're not really told, like, you're not, the viewer isn't treated as an idiot. You're not told what's happened in the past. You just kind of dropped into the situation, but it's done in such a way and directed in such a way that you as a viewer are informed about what's been going on and what is about to happen throughout the film. So Matt Reeves done a great job. Greg Fraser done a great job. Some of the shots in this film, guys, are like something off a comic panel, like something you read in a comic book, and constantly in awe with the direction and some of the compositions of the shots in this film. Again, just such a high standard of filmmaking from both Matt Reeves and Greg Fraser in this, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. So yeah, from that, I just want to touch a bit more on the type of film this is. So we have got accustomed to a certain type of Batman film, I believe, and that is more of an action focused, spectacle. But this by no means is that. So whatever notion you're going into this film, it's going to be action packed. It's going to be, spectacle, big explosions, some CGI everywhere. This is not the film. This is a crime noir thriller. So you're expecting a slower paced film, and to be honest, it's not action heavy. There are elements of action that accommodate the story and drive the story forward, which I did appreciate. But it's not an action movie. You will get your action, do not get me wrong, and some of the action is great. There's a scene with the Batmobile when it's first revealed. In the cinema, I was in the IMAX, and the way my chair was shaking when the Batmobile was revealed, just from the pure exhaust and engine of the Batmobile, it got me so gassed. But yeah, there is action, but that's not the focus. As I said, this is a story-driven crime thriller noir. So think of your likes of like Seven, maybe even like a Gone Girl or Zodiac, where there's a mystery at hand and Batman is our detective and he's there to solve this case. And boy, is it an interesting case indeed. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that temper your temper your expectations, in the sense of, I'm not sure what type of film you think you're getting into. From what I've seen, the trailers can be quite action heavy from what they've shown, but it's not an action film by no means. It's a slower paced film, slow burn film, but there are payoffs to that with action. But it's the story you're going in for here, and it's a great story that's being told. So I know you guys are thinking, oh, you love this film. Is there anything bad? Is there any cons to this film? Um, I think the cons would come from what you're expecting from this film. As I said, if you're expecting an action-packed type of movie, there are your cons. If you're expecting, something just a bit more fast-paced and not so story and dialogue driven, there are your cons. But for me, as a Batman fan, this is like one of the aspects of Batman I've been longing to see, and it's just a detective noir mystery thriller. So you got Batman on the field, in fields, chasing down his villain, and he's piecing together puzzles and piecing together pieces of information that draw him closer. And once he thinks he's closer, there's another puzzle at hand and something else he has to solve. And I love it. It's just Batman in a rat race, basically, and I love it. The film is also 3 hours, so if some of you guys don't like overly long films, that could also be a con. But yeah, guys, I suggest this film heavily. If you like superhero movies, if you're not even into superhero movies, I just feel like as a piece of filmmaking, the Batman is a must see. Yeah, man, that's my review. That the Batman is a must see. It gets thumbs up from me. So guys, if you're listening to my review, when you get the chance, go check out the Batman. I am more than sure you will enjoy, at least enjoy this film. There might be some aspects of the film you don't necessarily enjoy or like, but I just think you're in for a treat with this one. It's one of the better films I've seen in a while, and I think it's going to be one of the best films of the year. I know the year has just started, but the Batman has set a high benchmark for me. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was a great film. And I can't wait to see what Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, and just the whole team have to bring next in the installments of the Batman. Great film, guys. Great film. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. The end of my review. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I was informative enough and you've got a brief idea on where this film may stand for you and whether or not you're gonna go check it out. But yeah, Tomfoolery TV, we're a fool for not watching. So stay tuned and I'll be back in another one. Catch you guys later. Peace.